Germany's capital is feeling the chill. Policymakers are having to weather the autumn storm. Especially the conservatives. On top of the financial crisis, Chancellor Angela Merkel now has to manage the Bavarian crisis as well. Developments in the southern state place her agriculture minister, Horst Seehofer, in a new position of power. He's expected to become the new leader of the CSU.
We are at a juncture in history, and we are going to take our time. We will consider things carefully. Today's discussion was just as good as the party leaderships on Monday and that of the parliamentary party yesterday, and everything else will be discussed with those involved.
And those involved have a lot to discuss right now. The CSU politicians in the Bundestag are doing their utmost to get more influence for their party despite its poor showing in the Bavarian state elections. They fear that Bavaria's voice, long one of the most powerful in Germany, will lose its strength, both generally and with its larger conservative ally, the CDU. The CSU wants to implement its own image.
That is exactly what the CDU can expect from us. That can lead to tussles now and then, but it can also lead to a stronger conservative bloc overall.
We'll be back and as strong as ever. We're like Bayern Munich. We can afford to lose the first 2 or 3 times. The important thing is how you come back and how you perform.
Angela Merkel has found increased popularity among Bavarians. The Roman Catholics in southern Germany have made friends with the Protestant from eastern Germany. But no one in Bavaria can vote for Angela Merkel or her party, the CDU. The Bavarian conservatives have to win votes for themselves.
Sometimes I've even felt that she was almost a secret CSU party leader. But after this shameful loss for the CSU, the party has to line up, show its strength, and play a bigger role with regard to the Chancellor as well. And the CSU has to become more visible in federal politics generally. So things will get harder for Ms. Merkel as well.
That could well be the case when she has Horst Seehofer as her partner in the conservative camp. He's popular and a clever political dealer. And he's not afraid of taking on party colleagues who disagree with him. That could soon become a problem for Merkel and, in consequence, for the entire government. On the other hand, the Chancellor needs the support of a confident Bavaria to continue governing.
For just that reason, both I and the entire CDU know that everything the CSU stands for must be supported and taken seriously, and that only a strong voice in Bavaria will take the Conservatives and Germany forward.
But the Bavarian Conservatives don't seem to have a particularly strong voice at the moment. The Bavaria crisis could become a nationwide one for the Chancellor.
She will not be able to rest on the assurance that other parties have similar problems. She has to take decisive action now to underline both the party's and her own strength in the eyes of the party's grassroots members, if she is to be seen as a representative of the interests of these people's convictions.
But when a cold wind blows and there's stormy weather ahead, it's no easy task to send out a clear signal. And politicians in Berlin have only limited influence on Bavarian policymakers. They can only hope that the recent election result represents a cleansing thunderstorm and not the gray of everyday life from now on.